All right, welcome to today's talk. Today I'm going to introduce what's known as the shopping cart method. I've been thinking about this a lot recently. There's a couple reasons why I'm going to talk about this real quick. One is over the years, pretty much anytime I've started a new client, I will bring up this method of learning, and almost nobody has been familiar with it. I think some of them are familiar with the idea, but I've only maybe had a couple people over the years that kind of knew where I was going with this. The other reason I want to bring this up is because we seem to be living in an era where people have this expectation of either agreeing or disagreeing with other people 100% of the time. And if you find something that you disagree with people on, some people are really prone to cancel that person. And I don't feel like this is a very useful way to go through life. It is impossible to agree with someone 100% of the time about everything. Um, One time I heard someone say, at least one time, maybe more, I remember someone saying that if you have two people in a relationship and they agree on everything all the time, one of those people is not necessary. We can't agree with people all the time. And we're going through life and we're trying to learn things, and the shopping cart method is a good way to approach this. So, quite simply, all it means is if you're going to go to the grocery store, or if you're one of those people who buys everything and gets it delivered, it still applies. You're not trying to purchase everything in the store. You go to the store, you grab your cart, you navigate the store, and you leave there hopefully mostly with the things that you want. And although we all like don't go to the store when you're hungry. That's a free tip. I'm sure you're already aware of that, but it's much better to go to the store when you're not starving. So we go to the store, we fill our cart with the things we want, we ignore the things we don't want, and we go home. That's the shopping cart method. When you're reading a book, when you are attending a seminar, when you're watching a video, don't approach it with the expectation that you have to agree with the author or presenter on every single point that they make. You're not going to. And be real cautious about wanting to dismiss them because you disagree on something. Disagreeing with people can be healthy for a number of reasons. One, it can cause us to examine our own beliefs about things because sometimes our beliefs come in packages. Like we identify with certain subcultures, and because we're part of a subculture, we believe a certain set of things. Sometimes we need to examine that. There's two ways that can go. One, we can examine something and realize maybe we don't believe that as strong as we thought we did. Or we might examine it and get a deeper understanding of why we believe what we believe, and that it can also be really beneficial. The other thing is sometimes when you disagree with somebody, that can go a couple different ways. One, you might disagree with them, but if you can see their viewpoint, it can make you a stronger communicator and help you to better explain to people why you feel the way you do about things. Kind of a side thing is if you disagree with someone and you analyze it and figure out why, you might identify logic chains within their reasoning that give you a better view of their viewpoint and goals, and that can cause you to either appreciate them or disagree with them more. It just depends. There's probably a lot more rabbit trails we could go on, but I'm trying to keep this short. Shopping cart method. You go to the store, you get what you want, you leave the things you don't want, you go home. Reading books, seminars, watching videos, learn to extract the things that are useful to you and forget about the stuff that you want. Bruce Lee talked about this more than 50 years ago. Just take what is useful, discard the rest. It's a much more practical way to approach information. All right, that's all for today. Go read a book.